All right. Now, make merry.
I command you.
Yeah, he's like, now, that's enough of that. Y'all haven't had a break in a long time. Why not make merry while you have the opportunity, eh?
Aye, but it's all gone.
Oh, drat.
Sit round and listen, for I will tell you a story.
Castus looks over to Julian and tries to redirect their attention.
A tale well told in the far corners of this world that you may not have heard. Yeah. And I will strike out in a tale without my instrument, just my voice, to try and keep them at least somewhat entertained.
Yeah, they quite a few of them start kind of tapping their heels and seem distracted.
Wow, Billy, this boat is really good.
Castus quietly wishes that he'd decided to bring like 2 gallons of Applejack with him.
So, do you want me to roll a perception check to spot any wrongdoings in the area?
Oh.
Here you go.
Yes, please.
Alright, using another moment of chance, I take a 20 with no increase for time. And that's a 25.
Marvelous.
Oh wait, I looked at the wrong character sheet. That was Ricky. Styx has strengths on it, actually. So... 29.
Okay. Things appear to be very quiet. The fact that some people are, well, most people seems to have raised morale. You hear murmurings that that kind of soldier guy came back, which seems to be a bit of a surprise. And notice that there's quite a level of respect, kind of bordered on fear, of the Iron Wing called Fior, which certainly seems to have made an impression on one or two who might otherwise cause trouble, you suspect. Apparently he was the one responsible for the hangings. So,
What do you mean by fear? Well, that's interesting.
Well, Astus certainly thinks that Julian, it was well worth the invitation. He's nicely got the Iron Wings to forget the fact that they are still over. And although they are stretching at times his his range, as they come from different geographies, and therefore quite often, Julian, they're asking you from songs or stories from wide-reaching parts of the inner sea.
I will accommodate them as best
you can, of course.
knowledge can, yes.
Mordred, are you planning on doing anything else this evening?
Probably not. I think I've gotten everything done that he really needs to do today.
Very good. So, based on that, the evening ends and the night passes uneventfully.
Until a sudden dragon swoops down.
Until a sudden dragon swoops down, and then Styx wakes up and realizes it was a dream. Morning comes. Bright, clear sky. Doesn't look like it's going to be any rain today, so that's certainly positive. But for some of you, this is the first time that you've woken up in, I guess, what one could call a camp. That's probably closest description. And the stench is something else.
Oh, yeah. I will attempt to find someone, potentially within the Iron Wings, potentially outside of it, who could get a message through to Lord Darrow.
Okay. Well, there's quite a big kind of, you think probably alpenstock. One of the soldiers who seems to be the one who kind of struts around and almost kind of like he owns the place. He tends to be the one on the move. You notice most of the others tend to kind of stay within a pretty strict location. He's got a symbol of Gorum around his neck.
I will.
Blua! How long, Blua? We're getting impatient now. We made a deal, yeah?
Who the hell is he talking to?
He's shouting at the brewer who's still asleep.
I will approach the shouting man.
Yeah! You're one of the small ones who came with Hastus, yeah?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. He tapped his nose. You think you're first in the queue, yeah? No. Theo is first in the queue.
I'm not here.
Wake the fat man up. I want to know when he's ready now.
I'm not here for the brewer. I'm here for you.
Okay. What can Theo do for you, little man?
Get a message out to the Darrow family. Or, actually, Vaseri.
Yeah, we are here. No message. Has to say other Iron Wings or gone. That would be where we send message to. Theo cannot help you. Maybe you pray.
You see, this message may well be able to help us in our current situation.
Then don't ask. Yeah? He the one with the plans. I just look after the men and this place.
Fair enough.
Hastus the one who worries about tomorrow and about getting paid.
At this, I will go over to the brewer and I will quite lightly wake him up.
No.
Morning has come.
He wipes the drool from the side of his face.
One of the Iron Wings is already here shouting at you. You might need to deal with that.
And then registers who you are. Oh, yeah, soldiers. Yeah. Term tomorrow. He goes to roll over to go back to sleep. Keep singing.
Yeah, I'll hit a extremely high pitched flat note with my voice just to completely offset it. You have things to do.
You don't tell me what to do.
I will hold that note non-stop. The length of my breath, which as a singer is...
My ears, stop it!
Get up.
He gets up. Reties the cord around his waist. Scratches off.
The sooner you finish, the sooner the Iron Wings will stop pestering you. See it that way.
Yeah. And you help me, yeah?
Yeah, I'll help him. Frowns through a flat note. Poor bastard. I shall help him.
Okay, very good. Hastus, you awake? Presumably, you're gonna set about organising the project for your mission harvest.
Yeah. Couple things before that though. Just the one thing actually. Let's see where that one went. he'll knock on Mordred's tent or otherwise.
Yeah, there's like this shadowy warrior figure standing outside it, and when Tassus approaches it, like it kind of says, "My lord, someone approaches," and Mordred will deactivate his defense. Is going to step out, welcome him in.
I see you've increased your security detail.
Probably wise for this place, yes.
Perhaps so. I was looking through my papers last night and I found something that I wrote while I was on the trail a couple months ago. So, if you want that. Some kind of treatise. Here we are.
You'll look it over.
Yeah. It says, get that on your own time. And I want to see if I can put this up in the forum eventually. But Hastus basically wrote an essay about what he wanted the settlement to look like, law-wise, while they were on the road. Before he met, basically, everyone here. All his previous companions have left him. Which he has mixed feelings about. He says, "All right, guess I'm off to organize that granary and the expedition to get the grain." And Ego. Oh yeah.
I will get to work on this.
Ego. I think he said that there was at least one master carpenter,
Mm-hmm.
2 apprentices. So Hastus will go and see if he can rouse them. Hopefully they haven't died.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, rouse them he does.
He'll get some of the Iron Wings with the strongest arms to go help with the building the granary out of the wood, and the others he'll see about getting into a formation to guard the little grain harvesting caravan he's trying to set up.
Okay.
How specific do you want me to get?
Not particularly specific. It's more, I'm looking for kind of broad brushstrokes at this point.
Okay. So, after he sets all that up, let's see, what else could he do? Probably help build the granary himself, because he's got a pretty strong arm.
I don't know what's on the treatise. Yeah, that's good enough.
I'll post it up on the forum. I actually wrote it.
Yeah, basically what I'm doing is like, okay, I'm taking the treatise of what like he wants, kind of like the guidelines of what he wants, and then just kind of like putting it into like law and like writing it down. With a bit of the what is known to us as Hammurabi's code thrown in where he can.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's already up on the forum.
Oh, okay.
Under Kingdom Laws, I think. Kingdom Laws discussion at the bottom. He had to make do with the writing materials he had at the time, so it's like retraced over charcoal on bits of old map. Anyway. That's about it. Hastus helps out with building the granary. Sees if he can possibly convince. Well, he'll help out with the granary building if he can't convince. What's her face? Asana and Alara to help escort these people towards where they saw the wild grain.
Mm-hmm.
He'll wait to see if either Styx or Ricky shows up at the command.
Probably after going around a little bit and learning that he keeps peace by fear. Yeah, they would come by.
Okay.
They walk into the tent, and Six looks up to Hastus.
Alright.
So, this place is kind of really shit.
Yep.
Do you really need to rule by fear?
Castus kind of cocks his head. What do you mean?
Several of the people are afraid because there was hangings.
Right. That's
Like,
generally the effect
it does
hangings have.
It does keep some people in line, but it's probably not the best way to go about this.
Right. But do you have a suggestion of how else to resolve these sorts of things?
I would suggest plainly kicking people out.
Right. Exile, you mean?
Yes. At least
Right.
until we have an actual jail, which is probably some time off.
Castus says, the problem with exile, though, is that our boundaries are fairly permeable. We don't have strong walls, and it's a bit difficult. He says, it's like he's trying to couch in very, how do you say, gentle terms. He says exile works better when you have an existing social order and a means of defending yourself that's more reliable.
Yes, but plainly hanging people is not the best way to do this. Exile would cause there to be... I'm just watching Joel's draw mustache. Oh, plain exile is probably more likely to maybe bring a little bit more peace, not have somewhat of a state of fear.
How general is this feeling of fear, would you say? How many of these how many of my quote unquote subjects are living in fear of us soldiers?
Ego, when I was going around, it was just like a general, people didn't want to do a lot of bad things just because fear of being...
Yeah, so if you think about it, city folk have very little experience of actual soldiers. Their experiences of militia, and they're very different things. So militia, quite often at this time, most of them would work part-time because ultimately they have some kind of other form of employment, and they tend to be at least, someone, if you don't know, then someone else knows. Yeah. I mean, Styx and Ricky, they're not the most worldly wise, but they have been around a lot more than the people here. And it doesn't take you guys very long to realise that these Iron Wings, they're killers. Yeah? They're proper killers. You suspect if Hastus was not around, then the kind of if you like, the medium point from a morality point of view might be somewhat different than when he is here.
It seems that a lot of the people are plainly afraid of how your soldiers act, how they kill rather than resolve. A lot of these people are were city folk and are not used to this sort of environment. While plainly killing might be good in some situations, I don't think starting off on a settlement that is having all these issues and also killing people is a good way to go about this.
I see.
Because the people are going to see your people as murderers, and that's going to cause this place to fall apart faster than, well, the food issues that we've been having.
I see. So, I imagine what you'd advise to me is that we create some sort of police force out of the civilians so they can deal with themselves. rather than having us stepping in and hanging rapists and
Yes,
etc.
I also suggest that hanging is the absolute extreme that we would go to, not something that we
Indeed.
default to.
I think this is all well and good, specifically because some of my men have expressed a distaste for police duties.
I'm not extremely experienced in setting things up like this, but if you'd like me to, I could attempt to set something up to this.
I believe on the roster Miss Von Witt sent me, in which I double-checked against the colonists who came. We have some people who are trained as militia and currently aren't doing anything.
How would we attempt to incentivize this woke?
Well,
I'm assuming
I
we
was
don't have a
just
lot of
speaking-
money.
I was just speaking to Mordred about that, and he says that if we're able to centralize control of, well, I believe what he suggested is that if we centralize control of the food supply, then we can use that as a incentive and codify it into law. Pay people's wages in grain, as it were.
That sounds like a better form to do this. I do suggest that a little bit down the road we change this rather quickly, but it should get us through for now. You know, a few weeks ago I was a gambler, and now I'm the voice of some people in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, funny how things turn on a dime like that. Funny how things turn on a silver piece like that, eh?
Yes, it is.
So, in terms of this morning, I'm just keen to move things along a bit. In terms of this morning, then, Hastus, you're going to organise the mission harvest.
Yeah.
Julian is going to help the brewer
Yes, I am.
finish the brewing.
Going to
Yeah, your
finish
impression was
the
that
brew.
fine. Mordred is going to continue his Renaissance thinker musings.
Basically.
Yeah. And Styx and Ricky are gonna continue to kind of act as the voice of the people.
Yep.
Which is fine. So morning go, probably by late morning, you could have set the party underway, Hastus. Am I right in assuming you're not going with them?
It really depends on what the characters of our absent player do. But I guess if that can't really be decided, then he'll...
They're not even
Oh.
in the camp.
He would have gone... After he finished with Styx, he would have gone looking for them.
So they've set up their tent in the shelter of the kind of rocky slope stroke cliff that lies underneath the road, and down which you guys carved the extension of the road to this place.
Mm.